प्रधानमंत्री प्रधानमंत्री Kisan Mandhan Yojana completed 5 years. It is a central sector scheme launched by the Ministry of Agriculture Farmer Welfare in 2019 to provide old age protection and social security to all line holding small and marginal farmers. As of August 6, 2024, total of 23.3 lakh 38 lakh farmers have joined the scheme. Key feature of the PMKM buying minimum assured pension rupee 3,000 per month after attaining age of 60 years. Eligibility any SMF age between 18 to 14 years having cultivated cultivable land up to the 2 hectare as per the line record of the concerned state and UT. Fund manager, life insurance corporation, voluntary and contributory pension scheme monthly contribution by farmer range between the rupee 55 to 2000 to pension fund depending on age for entry into a scheme. Matching contribution is made by the central government. Family pension, if the subscriber die, a spouse shall be entitled to receive only 50% of the pension received by subscriber. Provision for disability, if subscriber becomes disabled before attaining age of the 60 year, then a spouse shall be entitled to continue with the scheme subsequently. Next is beneficiary not eligible for PM KM by former and present holder of the constitutional post, former and present legislature, minister at central state government, all person who paid income tax in last assessment year, farmer, former and present mayors of the municipal corporation, chairperson of the district panchayat, all the institutional line holder, SMF cover under any other statutory social security scheme like an NPS, former farmer who have opted for Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Vyapari Mandhan. The problem faced by SMF like a proper awareness of insurance scheme, difficult to adopt mechanism, mechanization in inadequate coverage of insurance scheme, and non-payment delay settlements of claim, difficult to adopt mechanization, etc. MEGA and ISA to establish trust fund to support solar project. Multilateral Investment Grantee Agency and International Solar Alliance have announced the establishment of the MEGA and ISA Solar Facility, a multi-donor trust fund. MEGA, part of the World Bank Group, aim to promote cross-border investment in the developing country by providing granting, political risk insurance, credit enhancements to investor and lender. India is a member. About the MEGA ISA solar facility, it will combine ISA technical expertise, MEGA's capacity to mobilize financing, creating an innovative mechanism to accelerate global adoption of the solar energy, including cutting-edge solar energy technology applicability, initially focused on sub-Sahara Africa, with the plans for global expansion. Funding, ISA has committed seed funding of the rupee $2 million with a goal of raising $10 million for facility. This is the first program under the grantee component of the ISA Global Solar Facility, which aims to raise $200 million for project in Africa. GSF aim to catalyze solar investment through payment guarantee, insurance and investment funds across the world, starting with the Africa's undeserved segment. Significance provision provide cost-effective risk mitigation instrument to support growth of solar projects in ISA member country, attract private investment by providing concessional financing including first loss in instruments, reinsurance capacity, helping to lower cost and close energy gap in the undeserved region. International Solar Alliance. International Solar Alliance. International Solar Alliance conceptualized by India and France at CO2 P20 Paris UNFCCC about the action oriented, member driven collaborative platform for increased deployment of the solar energy technology driving energy transition in its member country, aim guided by toward the 1000 strategy, that is the mobilize USA dollar 1000 million investment in solar energy solution by 2030. Delivery energy access to 1 million people using clean energy. Installation of the 1000 gigawatt of the solar energy capacity. Member 1000 country ratify ISF framework agreement including India. Member 1000 country 100 country ratify ISA framework agreement including India. All member states of the UA are eligible to join amendment of the ISM framework agreement in 2020. Four agreements signed between the India and UAE in the energy sector. The four agreements signed between India and UAE in the energy sector. As the new agreement has been signed during the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi's official visit to India, agreement include agreement for long-term LNG supply between Abu Dhabi National Oil Company and Indian Oil Corporation Limited for diversifying LNG source. Production concession agreement for Abu Dhabi onshore block 1 between Urja Bharat ADNOC bringing crude oil to India, thus contributing toward the country's energy security. MOU between ADNOC and India Strategic Petroleum Reserve Limited for crude storage in India and renew for their storage. MOU on the nuclear cooperation for enhanced cooperation in operational and maintenance of nuclear power plants. India and UAE relation. Year 2050 marked the beginning of a new comprehensive and strategic partnership. Trade. UAE is India's second top export destination after the USA. India is UAE second largest trading partner. Comprehensive economic partnership agreement was signed in the 2022. Foreign direct investment in financial year 2023. UAE was the fourth largest foreign investor into the India. Diaspora, almost 30% of UAE's population are Indian are around 3.5 millions, roughly 35% of the country's population. Multilateral cooperation. Both countries are part of the various platforms such as the BRICS, I2U2, India, Israel, UAE, USA, and UFI, UAE, France, India trilateral defense. Both countries participated in military exercises such as Desert Flag and Desert Cyclone. Security and Exchange Board of India. Foreign Venture Capital Investor Amendment Regulation 2024 regulation seek to amend existing SEBI AFVCI regulation 2000 to streamline the framework for the registration of the foreign venture capital investor. New regulation aligned the FVCI framework with the foreign portfolio investor, providing for a clear oversight about the FVCI. It is an investor incorporated outside India registered under the FVCI regulation. FVCI make investment. Security Exchange and Board Management Board of the India Foreign Venture Capital Investor and Amendment Regulation 2022. Regulation seek to amend existing SAB Foreign Venture Capital Investor Regulation 2000 to streamline the framework for the registration of the foreign venture capital investment investor. New regulation align the foreign venture capital investor framework with the foreign portfolio investor, providing for a clear oversight about the foreign venture capital investor. It is an investor incorporated outside India registered under the foreign venture capital investor regulation. Foreign venture capital investor make investment in venture capital funds registered with the SEBI or venture capital undertaking in India. Company not listed in major stock exchange. Venture capital fund is used for high risk, high return investment in return for equity stake in business. For venture capital investors are governed by SEBI regulation 1996. Foreign venture capital investor fill gap fill gap between capital needs of technology, knowledge base startup and available funding from the traditional source like banks. Key highlight of a new regulation require the foreign venture capital invest application to obtain a registration certificate from designated depository participant. DDP means a person authorized by SEBI for issuing registration certificate. Individual or entities must obtain a certificate from the DDP before dealing with the foreign venture capital investor. Broaden eligibility criteria for FVCI with some condition from existing entity like investment company, pension fund, etc. to residence Indian, NRI, and OCI controlling for to foreign venture capital investment corpus without having control over it, and foreign venture capital investment or its global custodian must enter into an agreement with both DDP and custodian before making any investment in India. Two anti-submarine warfare silo watercrafts of Indian Navy launch. Anti-submarine warfare silo watercrafts vessels are capable of anti-submarine operation in coastal water, low-intensity maritime operation, and mine-laying operation. About the newly launched anti-submarine warfare and silo watercrafts, New silo watercrafts are part of the contract with the Cochin shipyard for 8 anti-submarine warfare silo watercrafts to replace the Abhya class the two anti-submarine warfare corvettes of the Indian Navy. These are fourth and fifth anti-submarine warfare silo watercrafts of the Mahe class vessel built by Cochin shipyard would be named INS MLP INS Mukli Mahe Malawan Mangrol were earlier Mahe class vessel built by CSL. Anti-submarine warfare, military strategies that use aircraft, surface warship, submarine for finding, tracking and destroying enemy submarine. Indian Indians anti-submarine warfare capability Kamorta class ship. They are frontline warship with the stealth capability with low signature of radiating underwater noise. Example INS Kamrota, INS Kadmat, integrated ASW defense suite for underwater detection and protection from the threat in partnership with the Mahindra Defense System Limited, Maritime Patrol and Reconnaissance aircrafts use of the Boeing P-8I position, ASW helicopter use of MH-60R Sahewak multi-role helicopter, a smart missile-based lightweight torpedo delivery system developed by DRDO. Significance of ASW geopolitical context. India's maritime security is crucial given its vast coastline, strategic location, presence of nuclear armed submarine in Indian Ocean region. Emerging threat, increasing presence of extra-regional power and their submarine, along with advancements in submarine technology poses a growing threat to India's security. Other significance promoting Atma Nirbhar Bharat in shipbuilding, participating in multilateral naval exercise, strengthening strategic partnership. So this all are them. Next is climate and clean air collision launch on the air quality management exchange platform. Climate and Clean Air Coalition launch an air quality management exchange platform. It was launched in the backdrop of International Day of the Clean Air for Blue Sky 7 September, led by UNA Environment Program. This year's themes focus on investing in clean air now. Air quality. Air Quality Management Exchange platform. It is one-stop shop that provides the latest air quality management guidance tools purposed to meet WHO air quality guidelines interim target. It is a component of the CAC Clean Air Flagship and contribute to implementation of UAE 6 resolution to increase regional cooperation and action on the improving air quality globally. Need of Need of air quality management exchange platform. Maintenance of air pollution causes more than 8 million premature deaths annually, particularly affecting poor and vulnerable. Capacity gap AQMX help to address air quality management capacity gaps with accurate guidance on air quality monitoring, health impact assessments, etc. Knowledge sharing. Knowledge sharing allow regional and sub-regional community to exchange knowledge about the air quality management best practice. About the CCAC, founded in 2020, convenes within UNEP. CCAC is a voluntary partnership for more than 160 government, intergovernment organization NGOs. India joined CCAC in 2019. It worked to reduce powerful but short-lived climate pollutants, methane, black carbon, hydrofluorocarbon, and tropospheric zone that drive both climate change and air pollution. WHO Air Quality Guidelines. They are a set of evidence-based recommendation of the limited value for a specific air pollutant. They recommend a label and interim target for common air pollution PM03, NO2, ISO2, and CO. For instance, 24-hour means of the PM25 should not exceed Atna annual means of the PM2.5 should not exceed 5. Also in GST Council. The 54th meeting of the GST Council was recently convened. Key recommendation made in the meeting: formation of group of minister on the life and health insurance and to study future of compensation cases. Reduction in GST rate on the cancer drug and trastuzumab deruxtecan or stimins durvalumab from the 12% to 5%. About the GST Council, constitutional body established under the Article 279A of the Constitution through the 101 Constitutional Amendment Act 2016, constituted by the President with the Union Finance Minister as a chairperson, objective responsible for setting tax rate, making policy decisions related to GST, and making to center in a state. Monkeypox. Telling that the Ministry of Health Advisory directed all the state and UT to review their public health preparedness for monkeypox. WHO recently declared a public health emergency for SCLED-1 monkeypox. About the monkeypox, it is a genetics zoonotic disease caused by monkeypox virus of the genus Arthopox virus, same family of the smallpox but not related to the chickenpox. Viruses type clade 1 historically causes a high number of the severe illnesses, and then clades 2, however, recent outbreak have lower death rate. Responsible for current rise in case in the Central and Eastern Africa. Clade 2 endemic to West Africa infection are generally less severe with a very low mortality rate. Parliamentary Committee on the Official Language. Union Home and Cooperation Minister is unanimously re-elected as the chairperson of the PCOC, Parliamentary Committee on the Official Language. Parliamentary Committee on the Official Language. Parliamentary Committee on the Official Language. Union Home Cooperation Minister is unanimously re-elected as a chairperson of the Parliamentary Committee on the Official Language. Parliamentary constituted in 1976 under the sections 4 of the Official Language Act 1963. Act envisages adoption of Hindi for official purposes, providing for constitution of the committee 10 years after commencement of the act. Membership 20 and 30 and 20 Lok Sabha and 10 Raj Sabha, elected according to the system of proportional representation through the single transferable vote. Function review progress made in use of Hindi for the official purposes of the Union and submit recommendation to the Presidency. National Statistical Commission. National Statistical Commission has regained prominence with the dissolution of the Standing Committee on the Statistics by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. About the NSC, Genesis, set up through a resolution in 2005. Setting up the NSC allowed the decision of the Cabinet to accept the recommendation of the Rangarajan Commission, which reviewed the Indian statistical system in 2001, minded to evolve policy, priority, and standard in a statistical matter. Ministry of MOSPI, Chief Statistician of India, is the Secretary of the Commission. Composition: 4 members beside a chairperson, each having a specialization experience in a specified statistics field. Exercise Yuddha Abhyas. 2020 edition of exercise Yuddha Abhyas 2024 commenced in Rajasthan. About the Yuddha Abhyas 2024. Since 2000, this joint military exercise held annually between India and USA. It enhanced military capability of the both sides to undertake counter-terrorism operation and defense cooperation through the developing interoperability. Amphibious Operation. Chief of Defense Staff released the joint doctrine for the amphibious operation. It provides guidance to the commander for conduct of amphibious operation in present complex military environment, empowering them to conduct operation in Indian Ocean region. Amphibious operation refer to an attack launch from sea by naval and landing force involving landing on a hostile shore with extensive air participation. It is a crucial component of the multi-domains operation, serving as the best example of cohesion and integration among the force. Elongated tortoise, Indotostos elongata. It was it was spotted during a research survey in Aravali, Haryana. About the elongated tortoise, physical characteristic medium size, having yellowish brown or olive shell and distinct black blotch at the center. Habitat shall deciduous and hilly evergreen forests distributed across North India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and Myanmar. Nepal. Threatened, heavily exploited and hunted for food and traditional medicine, conservation status, IUCN Red List, critically endangered, and the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Schedule 1 mention as a sal forest tortoise. Typhoon. Typhoon Yagi triggers landslide flood in Vietnam. It was Asia's most powerful storm this year, About the typhoon, it is a rotating organized system of clouds, thunderstorm that originated over tropical and subtropical water has close low level circulation. Once a tropical cyclone reaches maximum sustained wind of 74 miles per hour higher, it is then classified hurricane, typhoon, and tropical cyclone, depending upon where the storm originated in the world. In now the Northwest Pacific, it is a typhoon. In the Southern Pacific, India Ocean, tropical cyclone is used. In the North Atlantic, Central North Pacific, Eastern North Pacific, term hurricane is used. Personality in use. He is telling that eminent Indian freedom fighter and the first CM of the Uttar Pradesh was remembered on his birth anniversary. About the Govind Ballabh Pant, 10 September uh, uh, 1887, 7 March 1961, born in Almora, Uttarakhand. He started Common Parishad in 1916, was soon elected to All Indian Congress Committee, got elected to United Province Legislative Council on a Swaraj Party ticket in 2023. Key contribution: took part in Salt March, Quit India movement, arrested in 1930 for planning civil disobedience movement, responsible for establishment of Hindi as an official language of the central government in a few states, linguistic reorganization of state during tenure as India's Home Minister from 1955 to 1961, contribute as a CM, protesting Zamindari system, passing Hindu code bill in Uttar Pradesh which made monogamy compulsory for Hindu men, achievement received Bharat Ratna in 1957, value, courage, integrity, compassion is all are inculcated in the society.